Newspaper feature photographs are very much like applied street photography. They're very useful for putting regular people in the news, people who normally haven't done anything newsworthy, so therefore wouldn't be in the paper, but just kind of slice of life stuff that gets a lot of people in a friendly way. We all like to see those pictures, kids playing in the leaves, somebody out skiing, just doing regular things that people do in your community and done in a good photographic style. Here, these are some kids out at Chena Lakes one spring when the temperature soared before the lake had fully melted. So kids were out there in bikinis and bathing suits and wandering around on the ice floes barefoot. I do want to apologize for a couple of these slides having a lot of dust on them. They were actually made from copy slides of prints, from old newspaper prints of mine. This is another feature. Often when you are at a sporting event, you're also trying to come up with a feature shot. Another really useful thing about features is they can be used, say, on the front page to tease a sports story in this case. They also have a longer life than most photos. A news photo is no good after the next day's paper, whereas a feature photo can hang around for a few days and be put in when there's room and space for it. The exception of that would be if you've shot fall leaves and then you get a 12-inch snowstorm a day or two later, then that fall leaves picture probably gets old. But generally they can be around for a little bit. I made this picture during a break, is it halftime in basketball? And a kid had crawled down into the players' seats in the old Patty Gym and fallen asleep. And then I was trying to find a photographic device to make the picture interesting, and the player in the warm-up suit was walking by, and I was able to frame her between his stride. Another feature shot was these kids releasing a balloon for some charitable cause near the Big Dipper. Again, dust all over the slide. But it's not enough to be a news story, but it does make a good photograph. And I went over and shot this one chilly day. This is a student's picture, and it's very simple. It's just a guy cleaning windows, and that's the kind of thing you can then practice your photographic skills on to try to make an interesting picture, which I think she did here. Another student picture on campus, guy rollerblading off of a cement wall, and nice angle, nice motion, very good composition here, using the rule of thirds and violating look space a little bit to give us some tension. Here's a picture that is pretty common in the springtime around UAF or the fall. This is probably made in the fall, actually. Students out on the grass studying in nice sunlight. Now this picture's fine, but there are some issues with it, and this was a particular student's photograph. Her head is kind of hitting that horizon line. There's some busyness to the picture. Another student photographed, same subject, different year, different photographer, got down low in the grass. I'm certain told this student, just ignore me, just do what you're doing anyway, like I wasn't here, which is legal in the feature world. No more interference than that is legal, but that much is legal. And then I made a much better picture. Here's a long shot of somebody out skiing on campus, I believe it was. Color here, right? If they're wearing orange, it show up well against that background. Black wouldn't have shown up as well. That little bit of color helps make this picture. This is just funny. Somebody was out cruising and happened on a little girl's wagon who was getting some mechanical help from a couple builders. Everybody looked so intense. It sort of reminded me of this next picture where, this guy's up spraying his car with something, and his car is so jacked up he has to have a stepladder. Not so photographically well done. Pretty plain picture. Subject carries this one. It would have been nice to come up with something that had both subject and photographic style in it. And then finally, one more picture that, again, is pretty plain image, but something we see around Fairbanks sometimes, and something we don't. One is the dog looking out of cars, and then if you look more closely, the fellow is playing a guitar to his dog, to himself, to the world over at Creamer's Dairy. So get out there with your camera, be ready, look for slices of life around Fairbanks, and come back with the best features you can.